Warning, this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, hey. Guys, hey. Tariq.
Hey.
Okay,
hey.
before we start, I'm
We're
going to
all
introduce
together.
a new segment onto the channel.
Mhm.
Alright? I'm calling
Okay.
this segment Sub-Watch, alright?
Okay.
Alright, now this could mean anything when I talk about sub. I could be talking about subtitles. I could be talking about what Subway sandwich I had at Subway today.
You could be talking about like sub-dom, like the complex dynamic between like sub-dom stuff and like sadomasochistic BDSM.
Right? I could be talking about a site where I like to read it, and on the site there are subsections where people to talk about, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you guys the dumbest fucking thing I read within the last week from this site, right? And how
dumbest
the
take of the
person...
week.
Yeah, the stupid of the week. And it's from a person that
Okay.
posts shit stupid regularly on this site. By the way, to the point where I memorize their username, and every time they post some shit, I like to go in there and call them out how fucking stupid they are. Right? Alright, so William,
You should recognize these are Austin's opinions. I'm not affiliated with this.
Alright. Right, so you
happy
and me, we come from a background of film and everything,
Yeah,
right? So we know a lot about script writing. We know about chemistry and character character interactions, right? And what defines character chemistry versus define general characterizations, right? Right? So I was reading this comment this guy wrote about why Sakura and Aguilera should be in a relationship, like an actual relationship, right? Right? Because
I don't like any of the. I don't like anything that's any way this is started.
Yep.
I don't like any of the
And
way
his
this is
argument was
started.
that because they have
Everything-
good chemistry, right? That was their.
Do they?
Do they?
Because
They
Right?
They have great scenes.
they have the chemistry
but-
of. They have the chemistry of
One of them is harassing,
Naruto and Sasuke.
right? Like their argument up there, and they try to use like the worst argument, like, oh, because Sakura's trying to help her escape a cult. That's good chemistry, and I'm like, that's not
Yeah,
what
but
chemistry. That's not what chemistry is.
who I'm so sorry. I
Tamaki?
forgot Best Boy's name,
Tamaki.
but
Tamaki,
right?
yeah, our best
but
boy.
Tamaki was helping too, right? So by
They just
that
ignore
logic
that.
of that,
they
you can just do the same
this
thing.
person who was writing this shit did not know what chemistry is for a character to be in a relationship versus like actual characterization.
It's also like this like real fucking like fanfic level of like, well, clearly they hate each other, so they must want to fuck. Like that's the most like basic like level of like. That's the most basic level of fucking shit to like go and be like, hell yeah, no, that's the reason why.
They definitely gonna bang each other later. Well, I'm gonna see if I can fucking find their quote.
Yeah, it's just like you can't like. It's fine if you ship them in private, or whatever. I'm not gonna knock you for the ship myself.
Okay, here you go.
Written down, it can be interesting. Okay.
All right, so this is the argument of why Sakura and Aguilera has chemistry. I am gonna read this quote.
Oh, you're gonna read it. Okay.
Verbatim, right?
I'll hold off. I'll hold off.
All right. So this is actually how this person writes it. Sakura gets to hear more about Aguilera and is now starting to worry about her and wants her to find a true happy life. Gifu toyed with her life, right? And I'm reading this like, what? That's the worst argument I've ever fucking heard of why they have chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, like, they don't have chemistry in a romantic context.
Yes.
None of what I've seen.
They don't have chemistry in a friendly context.
Yeah, I'm like,
every time that Aguilera and fucking Sakura have shown up, they have literally thrown hands. They have punched each other in the fucking face. They have fought in in the river, in the creek. They don't give a shit where they are. Like Sakura shows up, she's just walking around, and then like Aguilera decides to make a fight. Also, I'm gonna say this: in terms of like who's picked a fight more, it's definitely like 5-1. Aguilera started a fight before like Sakura. It's not like. That's not a relationship. I don't care how like toxic your like base level of like understanding of like relationship is. It's not. Oh yeah, we fight all the time. That means we like each other. Are you 12? Are you like 7? Like what the fuck do you think? Like that's in no way is that healthy. You stupid piece of shit.
So I was reading this guy's article. I was like, what the? This is the worst argument I've ever fucking read for someone who wants to fucking justify a character romantic relationship, right?
It's just,
Yeah.
It's like a fight is not a basis for any real form of a relationship.
Oh, 100%. It's like
I definitely
not
ship
saying
Siri and
people
the Wild Hunt. All right, they definitely have a good chemistry going on, you know.
But all I'm saying is just like if you want to see like romantic context, I guess fine, but the justification that you're giving isn't.
Oh no, it's
proper.
fucking horrible.
It's
I'm assuming he's a guy because it's a fucking Kamen Rider.
Oh, it's gotta be a guy.
Right.
It can only be a guy.
Who knows?
Look. What fucking weirdo
because...
would take pictures of girls online and use them as their profile? That's fucking creepy as fuck, right?
Okay, well.
But yeah, no, but this guy's argument was like the worst fucking thing I ever fucking read.
Again, like, not knocking you for your ship. Just to be clear on this, it's just
a bad take.
It's a
really
bad
bad
take
take.
of that ship. Like if you're saying the potential for chemistry, for romantic chemistry was there, then I'd agree. If only because like, you know, you can make up a story. That's what fan fiction is there for. You want to explore it there and make it work there. They can do that. You can give it more of a romantic context than that. But in the show, we really don't get any of that context. Sakura is just genuinely a kind person who wants like who sees someone who is like.
Okay, hold on. Well, saying that Sakura is kind, I think is.
She's not kind, but she's kind in that she cares and she's like. There is like
I think that she's more tired. I think that overall she's just more tired of Aguilera's shit. Like she's tired of being involved in Aguilera's shit. Yeah. She's tired of being dealt with like her brother's shit. She's like just like
I get.
All right, that's clear. Fuck it. I'm just gonna fucking like I'll kick all your asses. I don't give a shit. Like.
No, yeah, I get it. I agree with that because there was a scene where she straight up yells in Aguilera's face like, "Look, I can't give you the fucking answers, okay? I wish I could help you, but I can't. You gotta go.
Figure it out yourself.
Yeah, go figure shit out."
Yeah, and like if anything, this is more like of a turn from enemies to friends. But like otherwise, like
right.
You don't really get it. Besides, Aguilera is like in no way ready for anything because considering what she's going.
Oh yeah, Aguilera can't fucking do anything by herself.
Yeah, she's really lost. And she just doesn't know what to do. I don't think she would be ready for anything like that anyway. And she's not actively...
Speaking of not being ready for anything, welcome to the episode where it's, hey, how do you navigate the YouTube fucking like goddamn like influencer space? Because this episode is so close to being like a filler recap episode, but also there's so many parts where it's just like, wait, hold on.
This is actually important.
What are you doing? I'm pretty sure that's Premiere. I'm pretty sure that's like an actual like you're actually trying to like say something here. Like
right here, do the intro. I'll be right back.
I don't know what the fucking intro is.
No, William, you've got to do it. I've done it enough. I've carried this show enough. In your absence,
okay.
It's your
turn. Now you can carry it in Austin's absence.
Nope, William, go!
Okay.
Go, William, go!
Go,
William!
Do it!
It's you, William! It's you, William, who? Go, William! Go, William! No, William, you gotta do it! Do it, William!
I'm not here
now!
You are literally talking to me.
Do it, William! Do it, William, you stupid bitch!
Oh my god. Okay, Jesus. Fine. I better be paid something for this. I don't
look, I'm eating melons right now, alright?
I'll give William something for it.
I want a McDonald's, okay? A sandwich. I demand it.
The easiest $2 I've ever made.
Alright, you better send it to me right now. Alright. Anyway, how did it go? Fucking, welcome to the fucking unnamed fucking podcast that we do, I guess, about tokusatsu shit. This one, Kamen Rider Revice, I guess. There's Austin, who's eating melons and not doing the intro like a fuck, right? We got Tariq here, who just fucking egging me on and just abusing me with his words, and then here's me who's forced to do the fucking intro. Please help me.
That's good chemistry right there.
Here, free me from the slave labor, okay? Please help me. Save me. I don't want to be
this
bullied
episode
anymore.
29.
I don't want to be chained.
Crank in Memories of Hiromi.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's the title too. I guess. Sure.
That's
also,
right.
Austin knows a lot. I don't know shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Also, so I just want to say, somehow this episode that is called Memories of Hiromi is not, like, it felt like it should have been, like, so, I forget if you were to escape the multiverse at this point.
Yeah.
But, like, the whole thing with, like, all of these various side, like, media for Revice. Like, Austin and I were trying to figure out, like, whether or not, like, the Veil stuff came first, or the Dear Gaga, like, the fucking Hiromi shit happened first.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels like it feels like the fucking Hiromi backstory stuff should be happening now, but it's not. The fucking Veil stuff is happening now. And so it's like, this is really, like, disorienting, because, like, oh, hey, anyway,
how he just reduced Hiromi to, like, this fucking cameo within the series now?
Oh, also because, like, Hiromi is, like, they show Hiromi, and it's like, it feels like it should be implied that you're watching the Hiromi stuff, like, right now, but that's not even been published. Like, that's not a thing. So it's like,
it's just so jarring how they handle it. Like, they literally just use it as a throwaway.
Like, they just all of a sudden say, like, oh, anyway, we found Hiromi. He's here. He's got, like, his memory lost.
Like,
but at the same time, it's like, the supplemental media has not shown anything to show that, like, Hiromi is there.
I'm pretty
you
sure...
have to be, like, in the deep dive to, like, figure it out.
What, to figure out that Hiromi's alive and everything?
Yeah,
no,
like,
the way they handle it is just so fucking awkward, right?
I mean,
it's not like
I'm
with the Veil
sure...
stuff, right? Because with the Veil stuff right now, you don't have to watch Veil to understand what the fuck's going on in Revice, right?
Yeah.
But this one, you actually have to watch the Hiromi side episode to figure out what the fuck happened to Hiromi, because they just do it like a throwaway line.
Thing is, but also he's not, but the problem is that he's not there. Is like, they haven't put that out. Like, in, like, the Veil stuff is coming out now. But the thing is, Hiromi stuff has yet to come out. So it's like, why are you doing this in this order? Like,
I thought it was
it
because
comes out next.
of
It comes out next week, by the way, in Japan. Boy, that is expensive. I'm not fucking paying for that.
I thought it was.
That's
wait, hold on.
That's triple digit, and the first
What are you
digit is a
talking
2. The Blu-ray for Revice. That for Revice.
Oh, wait,
has
how much?
her.
Wait, is it in the triple digits?
And the first number is a 2.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
For the Hello Gaga or whatever.
No, for the Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray's included as a bonus feature. On.
Wait, is it? Oh wait, because of the bonus features that are included on it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, the Dear Gaga's a bonus feature on the Volume 1 Blu-ray.
Oh, Dear Gaga.
Boy,
that's why it's so expensive.
Yeah. Well, it's just Japanese Blu-ray in general is expensive, all right. And
I mean, wait,
Yeah.
is it in, like, just because in general, or are we also including like shipping costs and shit too?
No,
I'm pretty sure. I think it might be just be
the
in
way
general.
That the way that, like, Japanese media like God, I'm gonna let's see. Let me slide out a couple of Japanese
Tweak is getting out the chart.
like MSRB.
He's getting it out.
No, I just want to see, like, there was some, like, I spent a stupid amount of money that, like, if I hadn't been, like, in
if you didn't have a $50, if you didn't have a $50,
if I didn't, like, have to, like, pay, like, if it weren't for the fact that I have to, like, now pay, like, rent and, like, face my depression, I probably would have, like, gone, hey, maybe I shouldn't pay this much, but it's like, there is an ungodly amount to... Okay. I paid, so... Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. So for this one OVA of Gundam Unicorn, it was 4,800 yen.
Okay.
That's $48 for one single DVD.
Yeah.
That's $48, like, plus some shit. I bought the entire live action Great Teacher Onizuka, like the 20. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Oh, hey, hold on. Oh my god! I can't believe I didn't spend this much money. I don't think I spent this much money.
What?
Okay.
What do you think? How much do you think you spent?
I'm gonna say the yen. And then Austin can decide on whether or not he wants to say how much. I can't imagine. I think I spent less than this. I think that I at least spent, like... Jesus Christ. Alright. Okay. The MSRP that I'm seeing on this is 22,800 yen. For a box set of, like, the entire thing of, like, live-action GTO from...
How many episodes is that?
You spent...
Not a lot. Especially because, like, they had more episodes, so I want to say that it's, like, probably, like... Just the first season's probably, like, 12 to 11.
The Blu-ray culture in Japan's insane how expensive they are, right?
This is
think
kind
that
of
I probably...
I know, but by the way, that's $200. That's like $220 for that. If that was MSRP,
I think that I
for a child to enjoy.
I think that when I bought it, it was like it was like 170.
Right, even
but
then,
that's still a disgusting amount, like, to pay. Like, that was absolutely unnecessary to pay for.
Is that like, and that's all just not counting, like, fucking, like, shipping and stuff too,
no,
right?
No, because the only reason I bought it was because I was like, I was like in Japan and I really like GTO, and I was like, oh man, I remember the GTO live action, I want to buy that, and then it was like, and somewhere in my, foreign exchange, it wasn't a foreign exchange, it was like somewhere in my, like, I'm on a vacation, I can buy whatever the fuck I want, like, forget the conversion rate of, like, money shit. I just went, yeah, I can buy this, and it was like, why don't I have any money when I come back? It's like, yeah, because you spend it on fucking GTO, like, box sets and fucking goddamn, oh god, it's like, hey, do you want to buy a GTO box set, an Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans model kit, and fucking goddamn, various forms of Yu-Gi-Oh! Paraphernalia / like, card sleeves and, like, various, like, cards and stuff.
Oh, God.
Yeah, anyway, don't,
listen, Blu-rays are expensive in Japan, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hiromi is relegated
I've been given a very thorough lesson on this.
And then Hiromi is relegated to a side episode, to a literal cameo. It's so fucking perplexing how they handle this.
I thought it was just because of the fact that, like, the actress was, like, off for 2 weeks, right? Because she got sick. I thought that was why we had this episode, because the way they read.
No, we're not here yet. We're not at the point yet, production-wise, where they haven't, like, the parts where.
Oh, is it?
Like,
were we not?
It's gonna take because if you think about, like, a production cycle, right? It's like
Yeah,
it's not like they actually film week by week.
No, yeah, I know, but I kind of figured it was like. So I thought it was
filmed 3 months in advance at any given point, I believe. It's filmed at least 3 months.
Yeah, so we probably have at this point still, we probably have like a
month,
6 to 8 episode like gap before we get to the point of like, oh yeah, Sakura's actress like got COVID, so
where's Sakura?
We'll figure it
out. She's gonna go develop romantic chemistry with Aguilera off screen for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So anyway, hey.
But I mean, look.
So hey, anyway, Sakura talks to Love Kovu, and Love Kovu are still the greatest droid to have ever existed, right?
Yeah, the most cuddliest of snakes, I suppose.
That's like this.
I keep forgetting she's a snake sometimes. She just doesn't look like a snake, unlike when you first look at her.
I mean, you can see the giant snake lip on top of her.
No, I don't really look at that, because I think of it like a hat, where the face is.
Yeah, I guess.
Is like,
well, to be fair, Love Cove has, like, a snake, like, skin, but also there's a face in the middle of it. Like, that's not entirely wrong. Like, there's a full-ass, like, tongue, like, that dangles over, like, Love Cove's face.
Yeah.
I'm okay. It's okay. Dino Fury puts a certain spirit in me. Some could say spirits in me. Some could say demons in me.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. This is an episode of, hey, this totally isn't just a flashback recap
it's
episode,
really funny that there's more scenes of Hiromi in flashback than there's actual scenes of Hiromi on screen. If you think about it like that, they really try to go
try to remind us that Hiromi is a character. Honestly, at this point, Hiromi is the most. He's honestly the most tragic character of this entire fucking season of Kamen Rider.
Yeah, it feels like we barely got to know him, and then they kind of just
and they just kind of fucked him over and killed him.
Yeah, or quote unquote killed him.
But don't worry, George has a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's make an OVA to remind her of.
Let's make an OVA
with footage
that
fucking a CCTV definitely caught this entire time,
The fact that it's not.
I love how George explains it too. Like his reason that, oh yeah, we definitely have footage of that event.
Hey, here's my wheelbarrow full of fucking content that I've compiled. I will say the fact that the thing with George isn't, or not the thing with George, the thing with Hiromi isn't titled Dear Gaga. I was like, I mean, at this point, why are you even trying? Why not just go for it? Just fuck it. Call it your next fucking
Oh, you mean that they didn't call this Dear Gaga Episode 0 or some shit?
Yeah, the fact that the DVD wasn't eventually called Dear Gaga, I mean, at this point, just go for it. You're already
You're already getting all of that. You're hey, want to find out what happened to Hiromi? Be sure to buy the Blu-ray.
Yeah, that it just felt like that was yeah, that's. I mean, you're gonna be overt with it. Fine, might as well do that. But instead, they were just no, it's the memories of Hiromi, our favorite special friend, whatever fucking shit was the title. It was okay, but that seems excessive. I feel like you guys would just you
might look, if you're gonna be on the nose, might as well admit it, right? There's no shame.
Right. Just before,
right?
Especially because
it's like if you're gonna call out it's like if you're gonna talk about a specific site where you read stuff on, right? And there's subsections. Right? Right? Just say it out loud. Instead of insinuating these sites where I like to read stuff on, where I like to read it.
It's also if you're going to be if you're going to insinuate stuff, maybe just don't have certain characters show up as themselves and like be themselves as like self-insert characters when they're the voice of another character, and like maybe they don't like show up and like just like become themselves as a character. Maybe you don't do that.
Yeah, so anyway,
I too love putting pizza circles around my lips.
Hey, but don't. Hey, George just
Anyway,
bought a but. Hey, wait, what editing program you think they're using? It's Premiere, right?
I want to say.
I mean, I'd assume that it was Premiere. It looked like.
Oh yeah.
Premiere.
Oh wait, I forgot. Those aren't Macs. I forgot. I just realized that too. So it's definitely not Final Cut.
Were they not?
No.
What?
Hold on.
Those are definitely PCs, right? Yeah, it's a PC. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely they're definitely using Premiere for this. It's really funny how I was like, that was the first thing I noticed.
Oh yeah, their necks. NEC Lave, like they're 100%. They're not even like, forget Max. Like they're just like I can't even imagine what the fuck.
Also, but that timeline is not busy whatsoever. If you look at this timeline, this is not a busy time.
I mean, there's nothing. They haven't put anything there. There's nothing on it.
Yeah.
Like there's literally nothing on it.
I'm looking at the scene now. I'm looking at the timelines and everything. I was like, wait, that's all. All they're showing is just the audio. All they did was found the music to insert into scenes, and that's it.
I will say, okay, so all right, so the whole episode, right, is
it's
like
just a
George torturing the Igarashi siblings to like
yeah. They
forcing
just
them to work
to
do a Windows Movie Maker OVA.
But like to make a like, hey, we're gonna make a like a we're gonna make some kind of like, well, I mean, they say it's a memorial video, but it's like we're gonna make something that like's gonna trigger like Hiromi's like memories, right?
Right.
And it's like, so we're gonna force all of you to like do all this stuff, and like it's honestly pretty fucking, it's some of the best like humor that like Revice has had. Because it's just like,
yeah, for sure.
oh god, we're all stuck. God damn it. The moment that it goes from, okay, y'all can't sit and stand in front of a camera for like shit. That's fine, whatever. And then George goes, it's time to edit.
Oh yeah.
And then Vice just goes, you're fuck you! No, you're a bad person. You're a monster. like,
yeah, it's fucking great just to hear Vice just fucking
like Vice is a very is such a great character because like now that he's able to like manifest like physically, he's just able to be there and be like, no, I didn't ask for this. No, stop it, no. Like,
I also just love how everyone just falls out of exhaustion. Just
yeah, everybody's just
they just
God.
gave up.
Yeah.
They just lost the will to live. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, they all decide to make like sort of like clip videos. Again, this is, I would say, this is the most creative way I can think of in the last. I can't think of a. So this is a different franchise. But the last time that I saw like a quote unquote like flashback / clip episode with something that like actually implied like that actually held importance was like Gundam 00, because when Gundam 00 did it, it was like, oh hey, we're this like secret society, and we're reviewing all of like the recordings of like how the protagonists have basically conducted themselves, like because we're the secret society, like observing them. We are like, there's a reason why we're actually looking through all these clips and the various opinions of the secret society, like, play a part in, sort of like, oh, okay, I understand why we're paying attention to this, and I understand why they're paying attention to this, and the inclusion of them makes something else. With this, it's like, it's very comedic, and it's like, oh, yeah, you guys are fucked. Like Akaishi is like doing his own thing, George is doing his own thing. Like, you guys are just like being dragged along for this, and I don't know, have fun. Also, apparently, Iki is not allowed near computers for whatever reason.
Yeah, he deleted them. He deleted the project file, but though
he almost deleted it. Right?
Apparently he. Well, no,
oh, no,
I mean,
did, but
he deleted. He definitely deleted it. They just went and hit fucking, like, they went in the recycling bin and fucking pulled it out. But like,
yeah, and they just
apparently he doesn't know how to use. He doesn't know how to use computers.
Yeah, and I love that they just did the whole thing where they made him just like fucking what's the
shame?
Like, I guess sits? I don't know.
Shame? Yeah, they shamed him?
Oh, they gave him that Seiza position of just like, yo, go like sit and be like, apologize, like, yeah. And they put it was between him. It was between him, Vice, and was it
Tamaki? Yeah.
It was him and Tamaki, but there was a third one.
Tamaki. That's the third one.
It was.
Remember, but was it Vice? Was the second one?
Vice was the second one, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So honestly, it's a good. If you just did this episode, I think that you could get the basics of like what had happened.
It's like, really bad that even though that Phoenix had all the secret information of them spying on people, they didn't have footage of who the traitor was. But they only have footage of
Well, apparently they did have they didn't have footage of the traitor being a traitor, but they had footage of the traitor betraying them. Like, because they were like, oh man, bad things happened to Hiromi, like when this chameleon dead man showed up. It's like, okay, but like, did you guys not have footage of like when he like transitioned like back and forth? Like, you didn't do that?
Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
You know what also just like drives me wild? Like, I mean, it's just it's all taken in a comedic context, and we're not supposed to take it seriously anyway. But just because he says like, oh yeah, this is all footage, right? They literally had footage of like the enemy base in like the first like with the first video.
Yeah, when they were like, "Hello, Gracias."
When they were in their nightclub.
Yeah, in the nightclub. We're like, man, if they just knew where that camera was, they could have just literally just.
If
gone
only we could have found that camera. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
No, I mean, it's
great, but like,
it's really wild, and especially with the number 71, I just need to like turn my brain off and like just like stop overthinking things with this. Like, I just need to like not try and like solve the puzzle before like we get there.
Just accept that there is no puzzle. Just save yourself.
Yeah, I mean, well, 71 says differently, but like,
just think 42. How about that?
No, 71 is the right answer, but like, the whole thing is like, there's so much like metatextual like things where it's like, oh man, this is the first time we've had like all siblings being like Kamen Riders and stuff, and like everything that's it's so self-referential. And again, we're like getting back into this point of like, what is Revice supposed to be? Is it supposed to be like a legacy series? Is it supposed to just be like, we're casually like talking about like, yeah, you know, there's been other Kamen Riders, but it's like, you can't talk about them like casually because it just turns into, okay, but yeah, some of those were some of those had like apocalyptic like endings.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really interesting to like take this whole little like, oh hey, we're just gonna talk about where Revice is going, and then sorry, I remembered something.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Is it no? Is it 70? This is the number again?
No, it's well, it's kind of 71.
Oh, okay.
It's 17.
Are you sure okay.
Thing. It's about being able to like read stuff.
Okay. Yeah, maybe don't go down the path.
So no, hold on. So what do you think the connection between like Sakura and Love Cub? Like we've talked about this before. What's the reason between like Sakura's demon and Love Cub? Like what's the issue with that?
What?
What's the point of that? Like what's going on?
Like what the demon represents for her?
Yeah.
Like she gives out the she gives out the outer exterior of being tough, but she feels rather like, you know, and she doesn't she gives it off, but she doesn't really feel like she is. You know, that was the whole thing, right?
Right? Yeah, right.
She's all soft and cuddly, and why?
Yeah, right. Like she's soft on the inside. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's soft and cuddly, and then, you know, it's just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, no, that's accurate. I don't know about. Boy, I should probably take a screenshot of this. Like, of this scene of
we need to hurry through this.
You know, hey, no illegal downloads, right? No illegal uploads, right?
Illegal downloads. We don't do that here.
No. As we discussed on the subwatch, we don't talk about subtitles.
Yeah,
we don't talk about
Yeah, we definitely don't send like an illegally subbed video to like.
No, of course not. We watch these live, and we're talking about these live as the episode airs in Japan.
Because we all live in Japan and stuff.
We're
anyway,
watching this on TV.
Yeah, and we're watching this.
My point is, I'm not. Okay, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a screenshot of this later.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's a like when a person has like a difference between like their personality, right? It's considered like a gap personality. Like there's a big wide gap between like who you are now and who you are then. Like maybe like you could think of it like a Stephen Grant and a Mark. I don't remember his name in Moon Knight. Fuck.
Mac Mercer?
I don't even understand that context.
No, not Matt Mercer. Fuck, Mark.
You mean Oscar Isaac's character or something? Or?
Yeah, Mark fucking what's his face?
Spectre?
Huh?
Basically.
Mark Spector. Sorry. Yeah, Stephen Grant and Mark Spector. Like there's a gap between. Like Mark Spector and Stephen Grant, like there's two different personalities.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I mean,
like
you could have just said.
There's a gap.
You could have said Jack went high.
No, hold on. Hold on. Well, there's a gap. I'm just the key word I'm having here is gap. There's a gap between those two personalities.
Okay.
Oh, wait, so
now what you might call something where someone is like, you know, period point. Like we killed, quote unquote, old Tekka last episode.
Yeah, Tekka got absorbed. He's like he got slurped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we've resolved a lot of like those initial pieces.
Is he?
Like all of that whole arc of like, you know, the Jack Revice like stamp like has been sort of resolved. I guess we're going to like it seems like we're moving on to a new arc now. So let's let's recover like where we've been and what we've gone through. But like it's there's still a lot of stuff going on, and there's still, like, okay, cool, that happened, but it doesn't end as decisively as, I guess, what they implied about, like, the Dead Man's arc, when they, like, you know, literally raided the base and, like, attacked it. It's like, okay, cool, but, like, this seems more of, like, a transitional, like, okay, yeah, we had this thing, well, Tekka did his thing, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're gonna take, like, one episode of, like, space, literally filler, to, like, take time. Mind you, Saber could have done really well to have, like, at least 4 to 5 episodes of something like this, where they just, like, took a second to just go, hey, we're gonna, like, stop and, like, get ourselves grounded on this shit. Yeah. But my point is just, like, they take this episode to just go, okay, hold on, let's all breathe, remember where we came from and where we're at now.
Yeah, it really could.
And at the same time, it's just like, there's still sprinkles of, like, Akaishi is like, anyway, everyone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do my thing in the background.
Yeah, don't worry about the man in the, like, clouded dimensional, like,
portal. I legitimately thought he was speaking to us, the audience, the entire time.
I really did too. I thought he was either speaking to the audience or, like, some actual, like, membership.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Oh my god, if he had,
or he was speaking to the fuck. What's that thing in fucking Neon Genesis, Royal? What's that? What's those fucking stupid? What's those stupid?
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Shinji's dad would always go into and talk to those.
SEELE?
Yeah.
Nerve?
SEELE.
Oh,
like fucking
Celine.
Hikari
is,
like, in charge of Nerve, but he works for
Yeah,
SEELE.
there's Nerve and then just Celine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I thought he was doing the entire time. He was talking to, like, right, because we still don't know how the hierarchy...
Or, like, he could be talking to, like, the Weeknd or something.
Or like he was like the actual leader of this fucking Phoenix, because we still don't know how the hierarchy, the business structure, the organization of this place works, right?
Yeah.
Like, people anyone can go in and get a job here, and don't just give you a position, you know? I
was expecting a bunch of, like, featureless, like, people, and instead it was just like, no, he's just talking to, like, the
to the void,
amorphous blob, like, dimensional blob, where Gifu is just, like taking care of himself.
Like, he's just, like, listening or, like, watching in some way, like some fucking, like do some dimensional people.
Yeah.
But, like, I honestly, for me, I kind of thought he was gonna go with, like, if we're talking about who Vice was talking to, I kind of figured he would just be just talking to random passerbys who just
not Vice, Akaishi. Akaishi.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, if Akaishi is Vice at the end, I'll be so fucking mad.
Well, look, you're just torturing yourself at this point with this shit, man. I don't. You keep looking for. Oh my god. Anyway, I do kind of like the fact that, like, after the Hiromi bit, where, like, basically about Hiromi's, like, fucking past, right? I'm kind of glad that we actually take the time to address where Daiji says, "Hey man, but you still let him wear that driver. What the fuck was up with that?" And then he actually lets him, like, say, like, "Yeah, I was under orders. Sorry."
Yeah, I was under order by our mysterious shadow organization. You know, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then, hey, don't worry. Hey, look, you know what they say? Trust the government. The government would never lie to you, right?
They'll never ever lie to you.
They'll always be there to support the people. You know, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's right. Look, the government. What do you mean? The government said that there is no war in Ukraine, and that is just full of terrorists right now. You know, that's fine.
All of the shit that I've seen, fucking in the aftermath of, like, oh yeah, Russian troops are retreating, and it's like, yeah, you guys are fucking Genghis Khaning the shit out of people in the modern day. Do not rape and pillage. Just in general. That's just a general statement. Don't rape and pillage. Don't do that. And Russia seems to be, or at least Russian military seems to be absolutely okay with telling people to do that, and fuck that. Like, fuck that.
Yes.
Don't murder civilians. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. War is bad. Anyway.
And George has a workout tape.
George has a workout tape, and he is the... George continues to be the one true god of society.
For one thing, for real.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely using Phoenix's money to do this.
If he did an actual exercise thing, I would totally follow.
Oh
that
yeah,
shit,
look, they might.
Also,
you see the women, the two backup,
Yeah.
I don't exercise.
Oh yeah, no,
I don't
those
know
are just Phoenix employees that he forced to come on set and
but
do
did you see?
it.
Did you see what they were doing in the background?
this is post Hiromi going, listen, or not Hiromi, George going like, look, I wasn't trying to like get Hiromi killed. I promise I'm on your side, which is so comforting because it's like we all want to love George because he's the best fucking character.
Yeah.
And then he just shows up and does a full fucking like cardio like tape, and it's just like, oh my god, this is the best. He might be the best character that's ever existed in, honestly, all of Kamen Rider. Like, he's like, yeah, we're gonna do the dance bit. Like, we're gonna. I am. Like, he is wearing the most liberal idea of like workout clothes, and just like he makes a full ass workout tape, and you're like, I need this tape alone. I need like a 20 to 30 minute tape of like George doing workout shit with his fucking glasses on. He has his glasses on the entire time. He has his hair styled the entire time. And it's just like, that's what I do. That's we already know that George like has his like man cave where he has Kamen Rider figures, and like he also like punches, like does boxing. But like it's wild that like George, like the whole thing with George is just from start to finish, it's amazing.
It really is. I fucking love the shit out of it. Fuck. I need. You saw the two whatever backup dancers. You saw that they were doing the fucking knee thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, right back to when George was like, oh, whoever stole my fucking driver, I'll fucking knee them in the fucking face, and then it's just like goes right back to that moment where George himself was miming like, I'm going to knee check somebody like in the fucking head. Like,
it's fucking amazing. I just love that they actually did that in the fucking exercise clip where the background dancers are literally doing that.
You gotta work. Listen, you can't put a knee to somebody's skull if you don't work out that part of your body.
God, it's fucking great. I fucking love George's bit. It's the best thing.
Okay, hold on. Also, I want to say, this is more to Austin. So the Thunder Gale thing, right? So the center circle piece is like a little like spiraling fan sort of thing, right? And then George is like all about like, oh, this is how you do like the henshin like transformation. It kind of feels like it's like, you know, harkening back to OG henshin transformation belts.
Yeah, he does.
That's literally the same belt, like.
Yeah, because he did the pose when he did Thunder Gale.
Yeah, it's the same Thunder Gale, but how far does the rabbit hole go? Like, why is like, Thundergale is, like, okay, so here's what I'm really thinking about, right? The Thundergale Vice Stamp, right? Is, like, it's just another Vice Stamp. It's another big-ass, like, rod-looking, like, sort of thing. But because of, like, the fan sort of thing, that's way more reminiscent of, like the circle with the fan in it is way more reminiscent of, like, original Kamen Rider, like, at least Showa era, like, Kamen Rider, like,
that's how they used to do the transition for transformation, right? Because before they got all these fancies, they would just cut to, like, this fan's, the belt spinning, and they're like, transform, and then cut to the actor in the suit, and they're like, alright, he's transformed. You better believe he transformed into this suit, and we just didn't use this footage of a spinning fan as an intercut while we switched out the actor with the suit actor, right?
And so they had, like, they add the Thundergale, and then, like, George's whole, like, workout exercise is, like, 100% doing the poses of, like, OG, like henshin, like, transformation, like, I throw my arm over here, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's just, like...
You know, I guess the fact that the problem with Revice, and I don't know what it's trying to be or it's trying to do. Like, they make reference to past cover, but that's about it. Right? Even though this is supposed to be the 50th anniversary series, right? It's still, like, it's just there.
Yeah, it doesn't really concern itself with it, right? So...
I mean, it doesn't concern itself, but it's definitely intentionally making... like, if this was another franchise, right? If there was... I'll say this. Like, the only thing I can think of that is closest to this is, like, Saint Seiya. Right? Where it was like, oh, hey, it's about people transforming into different, like, armors and stuff. But, like, if they did it in a way that was this, like, beat for beat, like, Kamen Rider referential, I'd go, oh, okay, they're making a Kamen Rider reference. But we're in Kamen Rider. So what the fuck are you doing? Like, what is happening? And it's so fucking, like, it's not painful, it's just questionable. Like, okay, I get it, you're doing this, but, like, please tell me why. Like, why are we still here? Like, what is happening? Like, why are you doing, like, they're not subtle. They're super heavy-handed. And I can't tell if they're trying to, like, rewrite, like, the history of it. Like, you know, sort of be like, hey, we're resetting, like, what people's references are for, like, a younger audience. Or if they're just being like, hey, welcome to, like, hey, do you get what's happening? You'll find out if you can, like, if you're smart enough. Anyway, yeah, it seems like, so...
This is just an interlude by this episode, that's just it. They're just using it just as set up for the next arc, right? Because, like, George is like, hey,
it really is an interlude for the next arc.
Here's our stupid OVA video we made in time for the contest. Now we can show this at the Anime Con.
It seems like an OVA thing, and then, like, the whole thing with the red Giftarians, I think, is, like, a big fucking... Because the thing... I would compare this... I'm not trying to make every single moment, like, a comparison to, like, other Kamen Rider series, but it's like, in Build, right?
Right.
It was a big thing where it was like, okay, people had... the monsters were, like, the Smash, were initially just like, okay, they're just people turned into monsters, and then they had, like, a higher level of that. And then it's interesting that, like, we've had just, like, these kind of monochromatic these monochromatic Giftarians, and then all of a sudden we have these sort of like red, orange, like Giftarians that show up all of a sudden. And I think that's good because like it's every franchise kind of has to have like, oh, this was such a difficult boss, but now that everybody's leveled up, we need to make them like generic like enemies. But it also feels like once we get to the end with like, oh yeah, Gifu is just making these, like it doesn't have to do with like he's not necessarily making like absorbing people, or maybe he's using the people he's already absorbed. But things are working on a different level. Like we are working on a different like things have changed now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right, because that's what they said. Because it shows like all the siblings now have like their own quote unquote goals, like. Right, it's like
their motivations and
yeah,
everything.
right, it's like, yeah, like, hey, like Daiji's like, hey, I'm definitely gonna figure out what is the problem with this organization, you know, like, is there someone on the inside I should who do I need to report?
Possibly somebody?
Who do I need to report to HR to, you know, right? And hope that HR is not part of the plot, right?
Yeah.
Is not part of this coin and everything, right? And I'm like, yeah, so it's pretty, like, the way this is pretty good. It's just sort of like at least there's like a working go out for all the characters to do, right? Like Sakura's like, hey, I don't trust Phoenix, and I don't trust Weekend, but between the both of them, I'd rather go with Weekend, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that she's entirely wrong with it. It's like, I'd rather. Like it seems like she'd rather like fight like she's choosing like the enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of thing. Like, look, we both don't like Phoenix. Let's fuck it up. And like even with Daiji, he's like, I don't like Phoenix, but at least I can like try and like fix it. Yeah. Like I can at least try and like
figure out the root of the problem.
Mind you, he's not confronting the main person that is like actually there. Like he's trying to do this way too much in like a bureaucratic sense of like, well, if I fill out like a report like of like, hey,
and I report it to the boss,
Director Akaishi,
right?
Yeah, Director Akaishi has been like found with these things, and I sure hope that like the person that reads this isn't also on Director Akaishi's side. Like, it's very stupid, but it's like, I see where they're going. And also, I think it's true to, like, Iki's, like, person, like, his character, where he's like, I mean, I'm just gonna take care of, like, our house.
Yeah, right?
And, like,
that's the only thing I was like, because I never want to be in all this stuff, right? It's like,
I literally... So much of, like, the beginning of this, like, entire show was just Iki going, I didn't ask for this. I just, like, stood up when nobody else did. Mm-hmm. Like, that's all he is. He is someone that, like, stood up when fucking, like, Hiromi failed, Daiji couldn't grab, like, the driver, and, like, Iki was just like, okay, I don't want us to all die. That's it. And then now it's like, why are you guys holding this against him? Like he's just trying to like make sure that we all don't like die at the end of this.
Right.
But yeah. Anyway, we for the first time since the beginning, by the end of this, okay, yeah, there's the Hiromi like memory.
Yeah. They make their stupid DVD. You could go buy the Revice Volume 1.
And Sakura goes off to live at a secretive organization's house, which I was thinking about this. Technically speaking, if we think about this from like the Japanese school system sort of sense, if she was a senior at the start of the series. She it's March going into April.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably graduated by now, so she would technically be a legal adult. She can make her own decisions and go to join a fucking paramilitary organization if she wants to.
I mean, why not? Right?
I guess. Still seems sus because Weekend is a problem. But it's I just had to go I'm sorry, you're just letting her go off by herself, and I went, oh, okay, I guess.
I mean, to be
maybe.
fair though, she is a writer, right? So it wouldn't be.
Yeah, but how well has that gone for her so far?
I mean, it's kept her alive at this point. But the thing is, it's against Giftarians.
Barely.
And it's not like it's against people, So at least for
yeah,
people,
I mean,
it. Even on her own, normally she can just handle it. But
I mean, yeah, she can absolutely kick the most ass out of in comparison to her brothers and stuff. But it's it's just anyway. You're gonna go. Here's me in my suitcase full of stuff. Bye bye.
Yeah, she dips out, So
yeah,
everyone goes their own separate fucking ways.
Yeah, but don't worry, we finally have. We finally acknowledged that the Back to the Future in the show.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad that something
that's what I was.
happened
That
with
but that was what I was getting to is finally somebody else other than Vice looks at a photo and goes, What the fuck is happening? I'm sorry.
It's kind of just more it's interesting, so he kind of knows what's up.
Vice has kind of been oh, so that's what happened.
Right, but the problem is with Vice, we can't use because Vice is not a good narrative for us to rely on because his entire gimmick is breaking the fourth wall, and I don't know if what he's saying is real. It's oh boy, is he saying what's really funny, or is he just saying this as a shit post? Hey, that's pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
It's he would just show up.
George
would show up hey, I know who shot Mr. Burns or something like that.
Yeah, but George's reaction is oh, so this is a problem that other people are noticing. It could have because we haven't been able to establish whether or not Vice is just seeing something that other people couldn't see because it's every time that he notices it, it's photos. It's these are things that the rest of the family could have seen. But in this moment, George not only sees a photo where Iki is in, but he sees Iki literally disappear from him and go, oh, that's not normal,
right?
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen in real life, right?
Yeah, and then, he very appropriately reacts what the fuck is going on?
Oh, no, there's a problem.
Yeah, and then we get, that brief cut with the director at the end of it. Okay, so here's the thing I wanted to ask.
Okay.
So, do you think, because we get the big reveal, he's looking through a random fucking portal where I guess Gifu...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's oh, boy. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, I thought about that.
Yeah,
okay.
So, Gifu is still... Oh, well, not still, sorry, that's the wrong word I want to use. So, he's sleeping, right, basically, from...
He's not complete. He's not fully revived.
Yeah. Right, yeah, but he has a whole bunch of Giftarians in cells, so...
he definitely seems to have them in little balls, yeah.
So, what I'm saying is, are they dead or not? Because then this brings into mind, or, is Alteka dead or not, and what that might imply,
I was going to say that it seems more
breeding Giftarians, right? He's ooh, it's ooh, I got this little jar. I'm building up my little science experiment of all my Giftarians. I'm gonna unleash.
I guess, yeah. That
I was going to say that I'm worried based off of the implications of what the the Revice mystery stuff implies. And again,
right, yeah, I forgot about that too.
A lot of this stuff is hey, with the amount of the thematic, meta thematic stuff that's going on with Revice, I'm worried that Gifu is like in his own dimension again, just like this weird shit with like all of Kamen Rider. He's watching like all of the franchises, all of the like series, and like he's just like drawing power from all of them. Like, if he's not doing that, fine, but it seems like him being detached from like the present standpoint. Seems like it's more of a, oh, okay, he's just like watching and like plucking like the best parts that he can get from it. So I don't
okay, I guess
like, and especially because he's like in this weird like pocket dimension. Like it's like, I mean, okay,
that's within the statue, right? I think I would assume.
Well, he's the statue reformed. Like he's got this like new, not body, but like he's got this new face and like form and stuff. But it's like after they fought Olteka, he, warped away, and then now he's in this like weird dimensional vortex that like Akaishi is like talking to, and in that vortex, like in that world, he's got all of these eggs of like like the orange Giftarians or whatever, like that he's ready to like drop out when he wants to, but it seems like he's drawing energy from very like it would imply everything so far would imply that Gifu is getting his energy from the previous Kamen Riders, I guess.
What? Where'd you get that?
Where did?
Because everything is fucking. He's disconnected from the whole.
He's in a pocket dimension.
Yeah, he's in a pocket dimension, and all of the power that goes to like to Revice is from all the other Kamen Riders.
I guess. I think you're just reading too hard into this.
I think the 71 might have actually messed with you a little bit on there. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I don't.
There's no implication of him getting caught. Like he's just I just assumed that after he slurped up Otek, he's like yum 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 yum. I'm gonna form my body again. Don't have enough. I'm just gonna make this little hole for me to live in until I get enough energy back, and then.
I don't know if that's the case though, because it feels like a lot like a prison. And the only reason I say that
is because
of the eye. If it's the eyes that kind of gets me. If you've noticed them.
I mean, I just look like he's still absorbing energy. That's it.
It's just weird because like. The eyes just throws me off because it feels like it's like they're watching them and making sure he doesn't do shit. That's the vibe.
Wait, what eyes? There's no eyes. Wait, are you saying his eyes or some other eyes?
There are other eyes on the platform. If you go to like maybe
those eyes or the
2243. Okay, basically when you're zooming.
Okay, I see it, but I don't think that's an eyes for anything. I think that's just a design choice right there.
Okay, that might just be lights.
Okay, no, hold on.
I mean, no, it's definitely eyes. No, I see it. I see the eyes, but I think, like Tariq, you're reading too hard into this.
I don't know. It's just the eyes are weird.
Welcome to my side.
What I'm saying. But like the thing is, it's either where he's imprisoned and then he's slowly gaining energy because
he's just gaining energy. That's it.
Oh, he's definitely slowly gaining energy. It's just the question is like
it's just a weather.
I think we all can agree that like Gifu is biding his time. It's just the reason why and how he's gaining his time is, I think, where we're all like have different conspiracy theories.
So are those they have to be dropped by the stamp then, right? But no, wait. Then how did the third one come?
No, that was what they were saying is initially it was like, hey, Olteka
and then he
had the stamp and he was stamping people and that was making Giftarians, and then they said, oh, how are Giftarians still showing up? And they were like, I guess Gifu has the stamp now, and he can just make them if he wants to, like from whatever.
He's like, gaining his powers back, right?
Yeah, I mean, also he was let's be real, he was with his weird ass Jello hands was scooping up people left and right. Like he has enough of a reserve of people to like make if he has the stamp and has people, he can make Giftarians if he wants to. So it's a question of why is he like holding back, or why is he like waiting and like healing himself or reserving himself, but also he can just do that like if he wants to. Like there's a different we're in an entirely different situation than we were with Olteka. Like it's just Gifu is just doing what he wants to now. He has free reign now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wish I'm just really curious. I want a confirmation on that shit, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess is that it, or do we have?
Yeah, I guess that's it. All right, writing this.
I mean, here's a meme.
All right, Coronavirus. Watch where I'm at. Get your shots. Okay, thanks. Bye. I need to go.